We are doing Latina Baddie makeup, and so I'm gonna start my hard candy primer. And this is gonna be my version. I'm gonna do another version another video, which is chicana makeup, but this is gonna be Latina Baddie. So I was trying to get my eyebrows to be like thinner, because most of the time it's full thin brows for Latinas in every like, culture, no matter how they wear it. So yeah, but anyway, we're gonna start with primer, and then we're gonna go in with, before I put on anything, I'm gonna put on my color corrector real quick. And I just put it to. I'm also gonna be using my L'Oreal Paris True Match Lumi Glotion, and I use the shade medium, and which is 903, and I'm just gonna put that on the sides of my cheeks. So for that, I'm just gonna put that on the sides of my cheeks real quick, just to give us that natural contour look. And yeah, I think I need to buy another one because I feel like I ran out. Yeah, so I have some more here. There we go. Yeah, just to give us that natural bronzy look, so I don't have to contour too much. And my mom always says it's glowy makeup for her as a Latina. When my mom wore makeup, like my mom was a Latina baddie, guys. My mom was, yeah, she was the definition of a Latina baddie. So, honestly, but that's why I went to her and I asked her a bunch of questions. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick and I'll be back. I found my dip brow, so I think we're gonna use that. I am gonna bring my tweezers. I am just gonna get my let's see, this is my lamination brow gel from Elf, and I'm just gonna try and put that together real quick. Hold on, you're gonna see what I'm gonna do in a second. I've done it before, so hopefully it comes out good this time, so I can show you guys what I do. But it's kind of the trick that some other girls have done here. So it's basically just kind of trying to pinching your brows together so they look thinner. I think we're doing it. There we go. Yeah, compared to my other one. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do this and then fill it in, and I'm also gonna use my dip brow. So for the dip brow, I'm using the Elf dip brow in brown, and I'm just gonna put some setting spray in it because it's been a hot minute since I used it. So I'm just gonna fill in my brows now. I'm not the pro with this. I've seen some other girls that can do it real quick, but I'm just gonna go slowly and see what we can do to kind of make it. Yeah, actually pretty good. I'm using a small brush just so I can kind of control how it looks. So let's see. I always do this trick where I go to the front. Okay, so they look insane right now, but let's clean them up, and this might take me a minute, so I'll be back. Okay, so it's gonna look a little crazy, but then we go in and we use the same concealer brush. We thin it out. I knew girls, and when I was younger, and they would spend money on the ABH because like they wanted to get that look, that, you know, the full brow look that we have. Yeah, like they would be broke, but they would use the ABH. Okay, so I look a little crazy. I'm trying to see if I need to fill it in more. I am gonna use the trick, and it's funny because I've seen other Latina baddies use the trick where we do the powder in the front after we set it. Yeah, I've seen Wendy, I've seen a bunch of Latina baddies do it. So I'm trying to get my eyebrows thin. That's what I'm trying to do, and I feel like I can't because they're too thick, and I was blessed with my dad's thick brows. So yeah. All right, let's do the rest of the face. It's gonna look insane, guys. Just go with it. So I'm gonna use the Milk Mix Jumbo real quick. And oh my gosh, my brother's almost ready to have to go. I'm taking forever. But the brows, man, it took like 10 minutes alone. Okay, so Latina baddies love browns. We love our browns. So I'm just gonna use the two L'Oreal brands. These are Latina and Latino owned brands, so check it out. I love them. But yeah, I'm gonna set it with Coroncianos, the white shade. Let's go in there real quick. And yes, I have some Mexican music on, so to get us in the Latina mood, man. Because most Latina baddies, I know they always have some type of Latin music on, either be it norteño, tojano, pop, rap, reggaeton, whatever. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with vanilla. I'm just gonna go into the crease real quick. But yeah, when I think Latina baddie, I think like Wendy Ortiz, like, or all the I mean, like, yeah, there's so many. Like, I'm kind of trying to use their makeup. I'm gonna use more of a blending makeup brush real quick, a little bit more blendable. There you go. Get deep in there and blend this out. I went too high on this side. Oh well. Just blend it out. I'll do that over here too, so it looks even. Yeah, there we go. It looks really nice. Okay. Then we're gonna go in with let's see, vanilla right here. Another kind of brownie shade. A little bit more neutral though, I think. But yeah, I love L'Oreal Cosmetics. They're Latin owned, so check them out. I'm gonna use Bon Dulce, which is like a almost dark brown. This is dark brown. This is like almost dark brown, maybe like a brown, a true brown maybe. Yeah, but I love their products, especially their palettes. Oh my gosh, they're insane. So I'm gonna top that with their glitter. Most Latina baddies have like mattes, but most I know, like in real life, they don't wear that. They have like some type of like matte, and then they have glitter on top. We love our glitters. I know nobody's ever gonna admit it, but we do. You know what? I think I'm just gonna use the color. So I'm going to be using the Sugar Crest. I'm just gonna put that in the crease here. I was gonna use something, but I was like, you know what? Another thing we do is cut creases, but I'll do that in the Chicana one because so I'm Mexican American, if you don't know, and I'm gonna use masa. And so our makeup is a little bit more, yeah, baddie-ish. I feel like we love a full glam. That's one thing I will say. My mom loves a full glam. My friends love a good, yeah, like it's crazy. We love a full glam look. So that's kind of why, like, I was like, what do I do? Like, I was trying to do it with the people that I know. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go into masa. I'm just gonna get that in the inner corner. And then for the wing, most of the time I just do a top thick wing. So I'm just gonna do that. Normally I do a a bottom one, but I like was looking at everybody's eyeliner earlier, and I was like, and the only thing I don't have on is lashes. So I'm gonna be using the NYX Epic Ink Liner in black. And let's have it stick over. Okay, so we gotta put on our makeup real quick. So we're gonna go in with, so I'm gonna be using the Misha number 13 in the Perfect Cover, just because I forgot that I'm gonna be out and it's sunny. So yeah, I wanna make sure I have that. Sunscreen. I do have lupus, so I always have to put on sunscreen. And most Latina baddies, I know they put on some type of sunscreen, so, but some don't care. Like, if we're gonna get real, we're gonna be real. Yeah, some don't care. So, okay, then I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty. The Huda Beauty is a favorite. When I was at Sephora the other time, they're like, "Oh no, Huda Beauty is like the #1 seller." I was like, "Really?" They're like, "Yeah, Latinas here love a full beats matte. It has to be matte." So that's what we're doing today. And that's one thing I do notice. The products that I see Latina baddies using, we're using matte products. So, because most of us have oily skin. I don't. I have dry skin, but most have oily skin. So, Mexican American, and I take that to heart. My great grandmother was a fruit picker, and at one point, yeah, I have family that was maids, and my grandfather has worked his butt off for the family. My grandmother, my dad, everybody. So yeah, my family came here in the 1920s. So if you didn't know, I talk about that a lot sometimes, but that's one thing I'm really proud of that my grandfather, my great grandfather did, because he didn't want to come. He loved Laredo, and he loved Nuevo Laredo, and he loved Monterrey, but he had no choice. My great grandfather was blind, and he had to take care of his son, so they came over here, and they put him in the blind school in Austin. So yeah, he was one of the first, like, yeah, like, it had been open already for a while, but like he was like in a full class of like, I think like 50 people in the beginning. Yeah, it was crazy. Okay, let's see the concealer real quick. The L'Oreal Infallible Full Beat in Porcelain. Now, most Latina baddies, I know they use the Too Faced, but I don't have that right now, so I might go buy it for the Chicana one, so we can do that. So Chicana makeup is very different than Latina Baddie. It's more like a little bit retro, but it's very common here in San Antonio where I live. So okay, so I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty baby powder, baby bake sugar cookie, and I'm gonna set my whole face on this, because like I said, we love a good matte look. So really, that's it. We're gonna do the lips real quick. I'm going with just a brown liner. This is in the shade Brown Sugar. And we're going to do a brown lipstick today. I'm just going to do this real quick while I let that sit. Fill this in. Yeah, we love to line our lips. That's one thing. Okay, now I'm going to press this in real quick for spread it out. See the brows? So we do the brows. They look good. I'm trying to think I need to fill them out a little bit more. Are they too pale? You know what I mean? Actually, I think that's pretty good. They look tapered. So if you guys hear any notifications, my phone's just going off. Okay, so for lipstick, I'm going to be using two different ones. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. And this is their Pout Cout Plumping Pen. And this is in the shade Bust and Mauve. And it's a little bit of a dark shade. Dark red shade. So this is how I start. I always start with like a reddish, because I want that as my base. This is just a brown lipstick from Almay. I don't know if they even sell it anymore. I was like when I got, but it's a brown. Then I'm gonna go in with this, and I think, is this dark enough? Let's see. Oh yeah, these are just mixtures. This one is from L'Oreal. This is the shade 150. This is Lazy Sunday, and then this is the 105. This is the shade Breakfast in Bed. I think it's like Latina Baddie. And let's set the face now. Most of the time we don't use blush, I will say that. My mom always said that she was stood out because she liked to wear blush. I am just gonna put a little bit, just what I have in my brush already. So yeah, my mom always stood out because she loved blush. She's the queen of blush. That was one of the first things she let me do is wear blush. So yeah. Okay, just a little bit, right? I'm trying to think if I should use highlighter though. I might use some on the nose real quick. This is my new Judy Doll palettes, and I'm gonna go with the white that's on here. This is a peach one. Okay, there you go. And then, because I've seen some where they're shiny right here. I think that's kind of good. I'm just gonna put a little bit right here. I love how subtle this palette is. It is so subtle. There you go. See, I just want a subtle look. I don't want to super shiny. Okay, now let's use the L'Oreal setting spray. I'm gonna change and I'll be right back, guys. This is the finished look. I think it came out good. I think I feel like I look like a Latina baddie. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.